Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am Gebo the Shaman, and today we're talking about what is 5D. So, in the spiritual community, a lot of times what you'll hear is someone talking about the 5D ascension, or the 5D solar flash, or the new earth, or the 5D earth, or things like that. And so, yeah, that's what we're talking about today. And what does that truly mean? What is that? Because a lot of people use these concepts and really, I think a lot of times they get just like we say things without really knowing what they mean or things like that. So, and yeah, and it's a really good thing to know what 5D means, because how do we adjust our frequency to that? It's like, how do we do that? So, I will also say, like, guys, I am not feeling good today. So, you might hear me or see me blow my nose, and yeah, I've got a very runny nose, and it's just unbearable today. But I thought I'd do this video for you guys, so hit that like button if you'd like to see more, and subscribe as well if you want to stay subscribed to my channel and get updates whenever I post a video. Alright, so what is 5D? 5D is essentially, well, let's talk about what it is. So 5D is quite literally a different dimension. And so, we have, so let's talk about what a dimension is. So we have one dimension, which would be like if you think about a dot with no height, no depth, no width. It's just a dot, a point in space. That is one dimension. And then if you want two dimensions, you go forward and like right and left and up and down. So you have, so I guess one dimension would be like, for example, one dimension would be like a line. So up and down or left and right, that's one dimension. And so for example, you had a dot within that dimension. It could go left and right along that dimension, right? So it could travel in one plane, one dimension. And then what happens if we have two dimensions? We have, oops, sorry guys, just touched the mic. So with two dimensions, we have up and down and left and right, if you're looking at like a flat piece of paper. Okay, so we have up and down, left and right. Now with that, we have no height. So if you imagine a dot with no height, just a dot, then that dot could travel up and down. It could travel left and right. Okay? Forwards and backwards and left and right. This is, yeah. So, and then we add another dimension. So then we have not only forwards and backwards, we have left and right, and we have up and down. So we have three dimensions there. So this earth, this reality that we live in, we are third dimensional beings, three-dimensional beings, because we have height, we have like width to us, we have width, and we have depth. Okay, so height, width, and depth, that is three dimensions. And then on top of that, we have what's called the fourth dimension. And the fourth dimension is when we say as human beings that we are in 3D, we are in 3D. That is true. But we also have another dimension which is called time. So with time as a dimension, time comes with space, right? So if you heard of the phrase space time, that is literally how long it takes you to, like, for example, go from New York to Los Angeles, or from your bedroom to your living room. It takes time to do that because our experience as humans is we're literally in one place at one time. We cannot be all over the place all the time, right? We're not omnipotent or omnipresent, right? So that is the fourth dimension we are in. We drive to the store. Oh, it'll take us 30 minutes to get to the store. And we've even calculated what light speed is. It's, miles per second. It's very fast. But that also means that when a light is shown, let's say you have a flashlight. I was actually watching a video about this the other day on YouTube. This guy built a camera to shoot at 1,000,000 frames per second. Or, sorry, a billion frames per second, I guess. So it's just crazy what we can do now. But, so he was actually able to track how fast light moves. From like turning on a laser or a flashlight and watching that beam going from the flashlight all the way to the end of the room, hit the garage door, and then the reflection that came back at it was just amazing to see, because it's like, wow, so that's how light works. It's amazing. So we have the fourth dimension being time. And I'm trying to talk very scientifically here because I will get into the spiritual stuff later. So now, what is the fifth dimension? The fifth dimension, you could say, is spirit, or a spiritual dimension, or something that is not tied to 3D. However, us humans, human logic is great. It's wonderful. It is freaking awesome. I love smart people and scientists and all that. And our logic, the thing about that is it's only good for the third dimension. So, I've previously stated, and I can't understate this, the more you try to logic yourself out of, into, spirituality, you just can't do it. Spirituality is a very right-brained subject or thing, So, for example, spirituality is about psychology. It's about emotions. It's about evolving into emotional maturity and individuation as a individual person. So that involves lots of emotions, because why? Because we're all on this journey together. We're all here as humans to to find our own path and to experience our own journey. That's kind of what makes us human. So anyway, so I myself have been to the fifth dimension, and it's funny because it's not like, I still can't describe it to you. You know, the best thing I could do is kind of give you a general sense of what it's like. And yeah, that's all I can do really, but I'm gonna try to explain this. So let me just bring you back to what a physicist said about the fifth dimension. He says, so he talks about the fifth dimension and the third dimension like interacting like he would the second dimension and the third dimension interacting. So, for example, he says, let's take a sheet of paper and let's have all these shapes. So, let's call this flatland. So, even though pieces of paper do have some bit of height to them, a little tiny bit of height to them, they're not like perfectly flat. They're not perfectly like, don't have zero height to them. They have some height to them. So let's just, for instance, take that as flatland, like it has no height to them, and the shapes do not have height to them. So he basically cuts circles, squares, triangles, and other shapes out of pieces of paper. And he says, okay, let's say this circle is a person in, or a being in the second dimension. And he has that person, he says, so they can now go like forward, backwards, left and right, and, in and diagonal, I guess, would be another. But yeah, they can only operate on that one plane. So he's like, so if I grab them up and I take them up, I pick them up into the air, he's like, and then I put them down, they're going to describe an experience to their friends that they can't describe because it's not what they have experienced in their own environment. So, for example, to someone in Flatland, up is a mind-blowing concept. It's like, what am I experiencing now? So yeah, Carl Sagan, if you want to look it up, Carl Sagan describes dimensions, and you can also look up flatland. Carl Sagan flatland. Okay. And so he's like, so then when I put that being down in the second dimension again, he's going to say to his friends, I have experienced something that I'm not sure what it is. And they're like, okay, can you describe it? Yeah, it's this, he's like, I don't know what to call it. It's like I was taken out of Flatland and I was taken to this other place. And they're like, okay, well, since you can't like describe it, we're now gonna just call you crazy because that's not like any of our experiences that we've had in Flatland. So then he says, so then let's say I, a third dimensional creature, a third dimensional being, wanted to speak to this being in Flatland. And like, he's like, okay, so when I say hello, second dimensional being, it goes to him, and it actually reverberates from within him as like feeling like his own voice. It's like his own voice speaking to him. And then he will say, oh, what was that? Like, that wasn't my voice. I wouldn't say that. So, so then he's like, wow, what was that? And then he got freaked out. And then, so if you would want to interact with him, let's say he has a square that represents his house, and he has a little door, opening and closing, rotating, and let's say he has it closed, and he's like, okay, I'm safe. I can't be seen. I'm in this little square that's like my home. And then what? Then somebody speaks to me, and now I'm supposed to and where is it coming from? It's like, uh, when you can't see other dimensions, then you're not sure where it's coming from. And this is a lot of times what we in this third dimension call our higher power speaking to us, or God, like a message from God or higher power. And what it is it's fifth dimensional beings or higher speaking to us, and yet it's coming through us as if it's our own voice. So it's pretty interesting that way. So yeah, it's so what is fifth dimension? So now hopefully that gives you like a better idea of what these dimensions are, and like why we can't experience them as 3D beings. So what Carl Sagan said about speaking, and instead of it being like an external experience, like you hear something from the sky talking to you, that's outside of you. No, you hear it within. And so what does that tell you? That tells you that part of you within is a part of the fifth dimension. Like, we are all we all have, our 3D bodies, but we all have souls and astral bodies that can go into the fifth dimension and interact, and things like that. And so when we make it a point to go meditate and go like seek guidance and help from those higher dimensional beings that we call ETs. And there's a difference between ETs and aliens. I'll talk about that if I have time. But yeah, so there's yeah. So with the fifth dimension, when somebody says, okay, Vince, describe this to me. Describe the fifth dimension to me. I'm like, just like that being in Flatland, I get taken up, and I'm like, oh, what is this? I can't describe it because there's no reference points. 5D has no 3D reference point. So I can't really do that. It's like, it's brown, it's round, and it's full of, these aliens with the round heads and whatever. And it's just like, I can't give you that, kind of, oh, here's what this 5D Earth looked like, because it's just so foreign. But I will tell you what I experience in 5D is beautiful. It's love, it's bliss. A lot of people have this misconception that, oh, there's evil aliens, there's evil ETs, like the reptilians or whatever. And let me just tell you, that's so far from the truth. and like David Icke was making a bunch of crap up. Like he, he just, I don't know. I don't want to talk crap about him, but like his his experiences are either either he's deluded or he's making stuff up. It just can't be like true real experiences. And so what I'm trying to say here is there is no such thing as an evil alien, an evil ET. If those beings are in the fifth dimension, they are made of pure love and kindness and bliss and happiness, and the mere thought of doing harm to any other living being would destroy them. They would be like, oh, I don't want to do that. Because guess what? Those higher dimensions are closer to God or Source. So whenever, whenever we evolve to that level, it's just like there's just like there you don't have any thought of doing harm to anyone. That's 3D stuff and below. And so what I've experienced though is the emotions that I'm having are more intense. And the emotions in 5D can consist of mostly bliss, happiness, joy, like joyfulness, like really good emotions, like happy emotions and loving emotions. And so, it's like, so when I go up there and ask them to tell me who they see me as, they say, oh, you're God. You're a priest. You were a priest in the past life. Your soul vibration resonates with Vishnu. And so that means like I'm very close to a god, It's it as at least in my soul vibration kind of stuff. And and I'm not the only one they've told that to. There are plenty others. It's not like there's just one God. Everybody is God. Everybody can be God if that's what you choose to do. It's all a choice. They're not going to make you. They're not going to make you do it. But you can choose to if you want to. So 5D is a choice of how we like which body we want to inhabit. We could become an alien, we could become God, we could become just a perfectly perfectly healthiest version of ourselves, or a healthy human. So anything is possible. In this 3D realm we have like, okay, well, we're born with this body and we're stuck with it. Kind of thing. You can do things to get healthier and healthier, and those things are wonderful from this perspective. Eating healthy and eating clean foods and carnivore diet has helped a lot of people. And so there's you could do exercise and things like that. But in the fifth dimension, you can manifest anything. You just have to think about it. It's not like here. It's very hard to manifest stuff. At least it has been in the past. From now I feel it's getting a little bit easier to manifest stuff, but then, in the 18th century it was a little bit harder to get things going. It's you had to work hard and work your butt off to do anything. So, it's just kind of what you had to do. People just got by. But in the fifth dimension, you could just manifest anything. Oh, you need a plane? Okay, here you go. you know, it's and I find childlike fantasy is so close to fifth dimension. It is a part of fifth dimension, because when you're in the fifth dimension, fantasy and imagination and playfulness and vibing on joy and happiness and creativity and fun is what we're all going to be doing. And for such a long time now, I've just been kind of really opposed to any kind of woo or um love and light or faux spirituality kind of stuff, pretending people don't pretending that I don't have feelings or whatever, or negative feelings, kind of the church people used to do, or still do, I guess. They'd say, "Oh, bless you," and then be talking shit behind your back. And so, you know, and with the love and light crowd, oh, everything is love and light. I don't have any negative feelings. Everything is peace and bliss and happiness. I used to be so opposed to that, because I'm like, you're not being honest with yourself. I know you have negative feelings, because I do too. And so, you know, so when I tell you this, I'm not like one of those woo woo persons. People are, I'm just I'm very practical, and I want to experience practicality and practical things and practical results. And so I don't do anything that's not practical, from astrology to qigong and all kinds of other stuff. I actually feel those energies. I actually, believe in those things, and can, feel those things, and especially qigong, the energy flowing through me. That is not something that I can ever make up. It's like, wow, that's really happening. And so, all these things have helped me in one way or another. Healing me from different things and stuff, and yeah, it's been really great. So just give me a second, guys. I need to wipe my nose. All right, I am dripping here. So let's talk about ETs, extraterrestrials. Now, there's a difference between extraterrestrials and aliens. Aliens are man-made. You might hear about scary scary aliens, the aliens that abduct you. Oh, abducted by aliens. So, please do, there's certain things that I can't say on this platform, but please do go to Stephen Greer's website, or, his YouTube channel. His name is Dr. Stephen Greer. He has been doing this research and gathering evidence and collecting data, collecting all kinds of things from various sources in the deep state, in, shadow programs, restricted access programs in the military. And, like, you want to hear about some black ops? He's the guy to reveal the black ops kind of stuff. Some really dangerous, sturdy stuff that is non-governmental and criminal in fact. So please go over to his YouTube channel and website, and even I'd encourage you to donate and go look at the there's called a DPI archive. Go check that out on his website. And so in essence, I am, let's just say I'm writing a book. Let's say I'm writing a fictional book about, for instance, government, non-governmental agencies that are linked with the government, kind of, sort of, but they're operating extrajudicially. And let's say they just have the technology to create chimeras. If you don't know what a chimera is, go look it up on Google or DuckDuckGo. And so they create these chimeras in this fictional novel. And let's say they use these what appear to be aliens to go abduct humans in these reversed engineered spacecraft, UFOs. So of human-made UFOs. And so, people get abducted and then they get scared. They see this alien-like creature and they go, "Oh my God, I was abducted by an alien. I got probed by an alien." And stuff like that. And there are actual encounters. The alien abduction thing is real. It does happen. There are legitimate contactees. So, what people often do in this, novel, let's say this novel that I'm writing, is they conflate. If you don't know what the word conflate is, go look it up in the dictionary. So they conflate aliens, these alien abductors, with extraterrestrials. Okay? And interdimensional beings, because that's what they really are. Now, what you hear as extraterrestrials is getting conflated with evil abducting aliens. Okay? Evil aliens that abduct. And the aliens that abduct in my new novel are going to be aliens that were created by the deep state, the government. But they are, non-governmental, extrajudicial, what is it called? Unacknowledged special access programs. That's what we're gonna call them in the novel. And so, these USAPs are, they create these fake aliens and then they go abduct people, and then people have this. Now it's popularized in social media, in the media, and on television and entertainment. Oh, the aliens are bad. You don't want anything to do with the aliens. They're scary, they're bad, they'll abduct you. God forbid, right? Okay. but then then that turns people off from connecting spiritually with the real ETs who love you, who are your star family. Okay? So they love humanity. They want nothing but your what's best for you. And they want nothing but your happiness and deepest joy. So the mere thought of harming you would actually destroy them inside. So they can't do any harm. It would literally self-destruct them. Okay? So just know that. And from my experiences, I've had experiences with these guys, so I know what I'm talking about. I am a contactee. And so, you know, they don't intend anything but love and kindness and helpfulness for you. Okay? So there's absolutely nothing to fear. So during this solar shift that we are experiencing now, our human bodies are being leveled up to 5D. And, you know, there's a whole bunch of technicalities and questions here that a lot of people have. But all I know is there will be 3 frequencies of Earth, of planet Earth. There will be a lower frequency that the dark forces go to. There will be a middle frequency where most people will go to. And that's just kind of a middle ground. Like, you know, we'll have no, like, well, it'll be a slightly upgraded version of Earth, like where we still have government, we still have rules and regulations, but it'll be a slightly more free and happier version of Earth. So like you could describe it as like a Trump victory, a Trump presidency, where there's benevolence and there's wanting America and humanity to prosper. And you know, the evil elites will be taken down to their hell world. And the you know most people will go to the metal world, where it's, you know, a peaceful kind of world. And then there's going to be spiritually inclined people that go to the higher world. And then the higher world, there will be open contact, there will be peace, there will be it'll be easy to manifest things just with your thoughts. So, oh, I need a skateboard. Okay, boom. A skateboard is literally manifested. And so there will be free energy. No one will have to starve. No one will like, all of our resources will be met. And all of our needs will be met with resources. And yeah, that's going to be where I want to be, you know. And from what I've been told with the meditations that I've been doing with my spiritual counselor, and also, guys, please do go to Michael Denney's YouTube channel. So it's Thunder Wizard on YouTube. So all you gotta do is go to YouTube and type in Thunder Wizard, and he's a bald guy with a goatee. Okay, he's impossible to miss. So he's a great teacher and such a wise guy, and I love him so much. He's amazing. And so, so go to his channel, and if you guys want to really really evolve and go into this solar shift with, you know, actually creating it for yourself. He has meditations that he does every Wednesday and every Saturday at, I believe, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So when you go there, you could go on a Wednesday or Saturday, but he also has quite a backlog of like months and years worth of like meditations and teaching content and all kinds of stuff like that. So I encourage everyone, please go over to Thunder Wizard YouTube channel. Okay. And yeah, it's really a wonderful place to be. If you really want to grow and learn, go there. Okay? Because we are going to shift up. We're going to make the conscious decision to that this Earth experiment will end soon, and we will have the opportunity to evolve and shift up. And that only depends on your mind, on your state of mind. I was gonna say mindset. I'm kind of turned or twisted, whatever. I can't talk. So this cold is doing my head in. It's like, ugh. So, but yeah, guys. I mean, so also, yeah. So I'm just kind of taking it easy now. I'm just kind of, I there was a point in time where I was making a bunch of courses and things like that, and I'm still trying to do that, but at my own pace. Like, I'm trying to do my YouTube channel also at my own pace, and just kind of play it by ear. There's no rush for me anymore. It's, I just kind of take one day at a time, for life. And I know this shift is coming soon, and I believe 2024 or 2025 will be the year that we will see a massive shift, a massive change. And so, this shift is coming. So if you have like millions or thousands or whatever, hundreds saved up in the bank account, this is not financial advice at all, but, you know, time is running out and the system is going to end. So what I've been planning to do with my money is just take a vacation, have some fun, experience new things, and just kind of, travel a lot. So that's my plans for 2025. I cannot wait for this Trump administration to step in, and it's going to be great. So, um, yeah, I have a feeling that America will be made great again. And by proxy, the world will be made great again as well. The elites are going to, I find it so funny that these Hollywood celebrities are going to different countries, moving to different countries, and like Ellen DeGeneres or Degenerate. I call her, Ellen Degenerate. But anyway, so um, excuse me, guys. All right, guys. So yep, that's about it for me. Um, love you guys, and any I don't expect you guys to like donate or anything like that, but if you would, financial assistance is always helpful. It helps me pay my bills, it helps me to do the more of the things that I want to do. And I'm looking at also getting a new computer, PC, so that's going to be expensive. So this one is kind of on its last leg here, and so we'll see how long it lasts. But I'm going to need to get a new PC soon, so I have a plethora of, you know, services and things for you to help yourself and to grow spiritually. Um, the Qigong programs, the Self Transformation Challenge, and the Cosmic Qigong are both like really, really great, uh, programs for you to experience Qi. And Qi is life force energy, and those courses really help you to cultivate a lot of Qi. And Qi is also great for healing the body, internally, and achieving the state of balance and homeostasis and healing. But also, it helps you spiritually because it is chi and it is kundalini, which help open the meridians and also the crown chakra and the third eye chakra. And so, if you would get those things, that'd be great if you're interested. And if not, I still offer astrology stuff, astrology courses, and astrology readings, and all that good stuff. So, yeah, guys. So I appreciate you guys for watching, and please hit that like button. And yeah, we will talk to you later. Talk to you next time. All right, guys. So keep me in your thoughts and prayers. I am, kind of struggling right now with my health and with my PC and all that good stuff. So, but anyway, I love you guys, and well, take care. Bye bye.